Hey there! So, you're thinking about retirement? Maybe you've been working for decades, or you're just starting to think, when can I hang up my work boots and sip coffee while watching the sunrise every morning? Well, today we're diving into a big question. What are the financial signs that you're really ready to retire? Don't worry, we're not just going to talk about how many zeros you need in your bank account, though that's important too. We'll break it down with some simple, clear financial indicators that'll show you if you're really ready to say goodbye to the 9-to-5 grind and hello to full-time relaxation. And hey, I promise to sprinkle in some humor because, let's face it, retirement planning can feel like a heavy subject, but it doesn't have to be, right? Let's make it fun and easy. Let's get started. All right, let's start with the obvious, your retirement fund. If you want to retire, you need to have enough money saved. Simple, right? But what does that mean exactly? It's not just about the balance in your 401k or IRA, though that's important. It's about knowing that your funds are well diversified and growing at a healthy rate. If you've been saving consistently, your investments should have had time to grow and compound, so you're not just relying on your contributions, but on your money working for you. If you have a multi-source retirement strategy, a mix of employer-sponsored plans, personal IRAs, taxable brokerage accounts and other investments, then you're probably on the right track. This strategy will help you cover your needs when the paycheck stops coming in. But here's the question. How much should you aim for? A good rule of thumb is to have at least 10-12 times your pre-retirement income saved by the time you're 60 or 65. I mean, it's not like you're going to stop eating pizza on Fridays, right? Next up, monthly expenses. Now, this is where things can get a little tricky. Maybe you've got some extra expenses, kids, a mortgage, or a whole bunch of subscriptions you forgot about. Does anyone really need 12 streaming services? Think of your expenses as the engine of your retirement. If you've got your budget down to a science and can accurately predict how much you need every month to live your lifestyle without panic or guesswork, that's a big win. If you're spending less than you make, and have your fixed costs like housing, healthcare and insurance covered, then you're in a strong position. To know you're really ready, start tracking all your expenses and identify what's essential and what's just, well, optional. Can you live without those daily coffee runs or your gym membership? Maybe, but you don't have to give it all up either. The goal is to keep your living expenses sustainable without breaking the bank. In other words, get to know how much you'll need to maintain your lifestyle, and then make sure you can cover it with your savings and passive income streams. Now, let's talk about the fun part, passive income. I mean, who wouldn't want money coming in while they're on the beach, right? Or maybe you prefer the mountains or a cozy couch, whatever floats your boat. Retirement isn't just about having a lump sum of cash. It's about making sure your money keeps coming in. Some smart retirees build multiple streams of income like rental properties, dividends from investments, or even an online business that they can manage while sipping that beachside drink. I know, it sounds like something out of a get-rich-quick scheme, but in reality, it's all about making your money work for you. You've got to think long-term about how your investments can provide you with consistent income, whether it's through dividends, rental properties, royalties, or a part-time gig. When you can live off the returns of your investments instead of actively working, that's the sweet spot. If you've already got income coming in without actively working for it and you're not relying solely on selling stocks or bonds to fund your retirement, you're in a great position. Now let's get a little serious for a moment. Debt. There's nothing more stressful than thinking about retirement and realizing you're still making monthly debt payments. So if you're drowning in credit card bills, student loans or mortgage payments, retirement might need to wait a little longer. When you retire, you want your monthly income to be used for enjoying life, not for paying off old debts. If you've worked hard to pay down your high-interest credit card balances, student loans and personal loans, you're in a strong position to live more comfortably in retirement. Of course, some people still have a mortgage in retirement, and that's okay if it fits your budget. But if you have no debt and all you're covering are your day-to-day living expenses, then that's one less thing to worry about. Remember, the less you owe, the more you get to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. Now let's talk about the thing no one wants to think about, healthcare. We all want to retire and live a long, healthy life, but we also know that healthcare is one of the biggest expenses in retirement. You have a plan for healthcare expenses. Let's face it, medical costs can skyrocket in retirement. If you're eligible for Medicare, great, but don't assume that it covers everything. You still need to plan for things like prescriptions, dental care, vision, and any long-term care needs. Have you looked into a health savings account, HSA? If you're under 65, an HSA can be a great tool for covering healthcare costs. If you're older, don't forget about Medicare Advantage or other supplemental health insurance plans. Plan ahead so that your healthcare needs aren't a surprise when you hit retirement age. And don't forget, your physical health is just as important as your financial health. Plan ahead so that your healthcare needs aren't a surprise when you hit retirement age. And don't forget, your physical health is just as important as your financial health. Okay, now for the bonus sign. Ready? Here it is. You're excited about what's next. It's not just about retirement savings, it's about what you'll do when you retire. You need to know what you'll do with your time. Will you travel, volunteer, take up knitting? Hey, no judgment. The point is, retirement isn't just about leaving work behind. It's about starting the next chapter in your life. If you've got plans that get you excited, whether it's spending more time with family, pursuing new hobbies, or just enjoying the freedom to sleep in, then you're probably ready. So, there you have it. 5 financial signs you're ready for retirement. If you've got a solid retirement fund, predictable expenses, passive income streams, a debt-free life, and healthcare coverage, you're well on your way. Now, if you're sitting there wondering if you've crossed all these off your list, don't panic. It's never too late to start planning, and the sooner you take action, the better. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more retirement tips, and share this video with someone who's close to retirement. Let's get them ready too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.